Yeousch!
What's up guys and girls, my name is SuperEver123. First of all, thank you guys for stopping by on this video, and at the end of the video, if you guys did enjoy it, please don't forget to leave a rating down below, a comment if you have any ideas or questions, and if you really enjoyed it, please do add it to your favourites. So in this video, I'm going to be basically going through every single screenshot that Rockstar have officially released, so they're 100% legit, and they're going to go in order from the newest screenshots to the oldest. So let's get started. So in the background, as you guys can see, we do have two planes. Now one plane is a Hydra, I'm pretty sure it's a Hydra, and the second plane I'm not too sure what that is, but I mean, by looking at this screenshot, I think that is Trevor actually driving the plane. If you don't know who Trevor is the third protagonist in Grand Theft Auto 5. Now I mean, that second plane, it can actually be a a cargo plane, because don't forget, if you have seen the first or second trailer, I can't remember which one it was, but there was actually a cargo plane and then like a car just like not jumping out, but someone driving a car out. So by looking at the size of that plane, there is a good possibility that can be a cargo plane. But just overall, planes are making a return in Grand Theft Auto 5, and in my opinion that is really insane, and that's just going to make the game so fun. So, next screenshot, we do have a submarine. Now, when I first saw this screenshot, I was actually shocked, because if you guys have played previous Grand Theft Autos such as San Andreas, Vice City, GTA 4, Ballad of Gay Tony, and so on, you will know that submarines never ever made an appearance. But this is good, because obviously Rockstar are making Grand Theft Auto 5 more detailed and realistic, so if we're going to go into a submarine and explore underneath water, I mean, the things that we're going to come across are going to be really detailed and experienced, like I said a few seconds ago. So, submarines overall in general are pretty awesome to have in a game. Next screenshot, and this is by far my favourite screenshot because it kind of like tells us a bit more about the character. So the guy driving the car is Franklin. If you don't know who Franklin is, he's another protagonist in Grand Theft Auto 5, and there is actually a dog next to him. Now the dog's name is actually called Chop. Now Rockstar have definitely confirmed that pets, well animals in general, will be, they'll make an appearance in Grand Theft Auto 5, but I mean, by looking at this screenshot and then seeing the trailer, will like that dog Chop only belong to Franklin, or can you be another protagonist such as Michael or Trevor and actually buy a dog also? So we're actually not too sure whether the dog will just be available towards Franklin, but I mean, just looking at this screenshot, this is pretty good because we do have Chop sitting in the car. Now in any game like that has pets, I mean, Saints Row did have a mission where you had to drive around with a tiger, so there were animals in that game. But I mean, just in general, driving around with a dog and then seeing an enemy and just like setting a dog on that person will be absolutely insane. Now the car that Franklin is actually driving looks to be like a lowrider, so that's going to be pretty insane, because in Grand Theft Auto 4 I think there was a lowrider kind of, but it wasn't exactly like it was in San Andreas. And I mean, the lowriders in San Andreas were really awesome because you could go customize your car and so on, get hydraulics, etc, etc. And talking about customizing cars, like I just said, Rockstar have confirmed car customization will be available. So if we do have this lowrider, we can change the rims on it, we can maybe have the option of a roof or on or off, maybe a spoiler and so on. So that's pretty awesome. So next screenshot, we do have, I don't know what protagonist that is or if that's just a random person, but we do have a guy scuba diving, and below him we do have a shark. Now whether this is, if this is like the shark's going to attack you in the game, I mean, that's going to be pretty cool. Because once again, going back to San Andreas, and you guys are probably thinking, why does he always go back to San Andreas? The reason I go back to San Andreas is because it was the game that had the best features in my opinion. But anyway, in San Andreas we can actually go underneath water, and we did actually come face to face with sharks. However, the sharks just went straight past you. So once again, Rockstar making Grand Theft Auto 5 more detailed, more realistic. Maybe will you get attacked by sharks depending on what you do to the shark. Right, so next screenshot, we do have all three protagonists together. The guy at the front is Michael, who's on the cell phone. The guy in the back is Franklin, and then we do have Trevor standing next to him. He's looking, I have no idea where he's looking. But I mean, there's not really much to say about this screenshot, except you can tell by Franklin and Trevor in the back that they're kind of Michael's thugs, because if you look at the way how Michael's dressed, he's like in a suit, he looks smart, he's on the phone, he's doing all the business, and then you just get the two thugs in the back that do his dirty work. Next screenshot, we do have, I don't know if that's Franklin on the boat, but whoever that is on the boat, speedboats of course are making an appearance, but that's just normal in any Grand Theft Auto. I mean, there's always speedboats, or just boats in general. Next screenshot, we do have a chopper. Now choppers, once again, always make an appearance in Grand Theft Autos. I mean, whether to say what kind of chopper this is, I mean, if it's going to be like a military chopper, just a normal chopper, or whether it'll belong to the police, like the LCPD police, with like the spotlights underneath, I don't know. Once again, there's not really much to say on that screenshot. However, there is on this screenshot. Now, this screenshot, we do have a guy parachuting. Now, this screenshot itself, I mean, it looks really detailed. You got the buildings in the back. And don't forget, there's going to be different locations. There's going to be the city, desert, and countryside. So, of course, by seeing all these buildings with the lights and so on, this is in the city. And it just looks really detailed. So, maybe parachuting will be more realistic in Grand Theft Auto 5. Next screenshot, we do have Trevor. Is that Trevor? I think it is Trevor on a quad bike. Quad bikes, just in general, are really insane. And not below, but kind of like next to it, we do have like a caravan. So once again, these two vehicles are making a return from San Andreas, because in San Andreas we got that like hippie kind of van thing. So sorry if like I didn't mean that in a bad way, but you guys understand what I mean. And then we do have a quad bike, and the quad bike just looks really detailed. So I'm gonna infer that this is in the desert somewhere. And then of course we do have a motel. Now motel, whether we will be allowed to actually go rent a room out and so on, I don't know, but if we could, that'd be really awesome. Now this was the next one, sorry, was one of my favorite screenshots. Now once again, don't know what protagonist that is, but I mean, it looks like he's about to go into the building and take a load of people hostage or get what he needs to get. Now, whether this will be or will it not, where we can actually like get a grappling hook and go all the way down, smash through windows, I don't know. But I mean, there would definitely be a mission where we have to do something like this. But just in general, I would love to like go grappling hooking like from the top of the building and just like smash into windows, take a load of people hostage, or just like go rob something. I mean, once again, because when Grand Theft Auto, like in any Grand Theft Auto, in my opinion, once you completed the game, there wasn't exactly a load of things to do after. I mean, once again, San Andreas probably was the best game where you could do a load of things after. But other than that, the previous Grand Theft Autos wasn't as good. So if we could do that in free roam, that would be really awesome. Next screenshot, we just have Trevor on a close-up, and he looks like a crazy type of guy. I mean, as well, if you guys have seen the trailers, Trevor just stands out from all of them. He's one of my favourite protagonists. So he's the type of guy you don't want to come face to face with on the streets or anywhere, in my opinion. So next screenshot is kind of like the one before, like I was just saying, smashing through the window. It's just a different angle. And I think that is in the city, because it looks like that's a motorway below him, cars driving along there, and then so on. There's like a little park at the end. So that looks really detailed and pretty cool. And the guy's actually wearing a mask, so maybe that goes on to the character customization, where you can go buy clothes, hats, sunglasses, and so on. Next screenshot is Trevor. No, not Trevor, that's Franklin, sorry. He's on a Sanchez, I think that is a Sanchez, but just looking at that guy, guys, sorry, that just looks really insane. And you can see smoke coming out, and where he's actually shooting at the car, you can just see like the not flames, but just a bullet hitting it. And that car looks like a Dodge. I'm not too sure. I'm not really good with cars, so guys, don't hate on me for that. But I mean, that car looks pretty awesome, and it looks like they're about to go on the motorway, because you can see all the lights and so on. But just in general, dirt bikes, Sanchez, whatever you guys wish to call them, and having that car and like just how detailed it is. I mean, like when he's turning, the smoke's coming out from the wheels. It just looks really insane. Next screenshot is pretty much like the one I just showed you. I just showed you previously of that guy breaking through the window. It's just another angle. I mean, it looks like this is more of a like office type, and maybe he's trying to go and get some data. I'm not too sure. But once again, if you look into the background, we can see like the city, the lights. It's just really detailed, and then like we can see mountains in the background, and that's just going on to the desert and countryside. So it's a really detailed screenshots, and it looks pretty insane. And obviously computers will make a return in Grand Theft Auto 5, because in GTA 4 you can go into the internet cafes, like go search for cars and so on. Now this screenshot just says a load of stuff about Franklin. Now once again, going on to character customization, Franklin is wearing a bandana, and he's got a shotgun with him. Not sure what type of shotgun that is, but he does have a shotgun and a bandana. So that just looks like a really insane screenshot. I would love character customization to come back. I'm not officially like 100% sure whether they're coming back. I think Rockstar did say they were, I'm not too sure. But whether or not this is, if we go back to San Andreas once again, you can actually go buy bandanas, hockey masks, gloves, hats, change your top, and so on. And then we do have a police car in the background. Now the police cars are more detailed and realistic, because in GTA 4 the police cars were like always white, I think. But this one, it kind of gives out a lot about this, like the whole city just in general. I mean, Los Santos, this is like the type of police cars they had. and then the flames and so on. So it's really detailed once again, just showing that Franklin and Trevor, are Michael's thugs, because I mean we haven't seen Michael doing this where he's wearing a bandana and shooting a load of people, so it just goes with my whole point of he's thugs. Now this is going to be the last screenshot I will show for today, and I think that could be Trevor or Franklin. I think it's more likely to be Trevor actually skydiving. Now if we do go back to trailer 1, I think it was, where we did actually get that car just come out from the cargo plane in midair, and that person just jumping out of it. I mean, it was really insane. And of course we could skydive in pretty much any Grand Theft Auto, but it wasn't as good as it was in previous Grand Theft Autos. I mean, if we compared skydiving in San Andreas to GTA 4, I'd say San Andreas was kind of better. Because sometimes in GTA 4, your parachute didn't exactly always open. I mean, that was the case for me quite a lot of times, and it was pretty annoying. But I mean, I want skydiving to be more realistic. Now, if we do go to Just Cause 2, obviously that skydiving thing was just absolutely insane. So by this screenshot, I'm thinking they could, well, this skydiving just in general is actually going to be, you're going to be able to do it in free roam. And there might be a mission where you have to jump off a helicopter or cargo plane or any type of plane and skydive onto a parachute, onto like a vehicle. Now that was actually a mission in the Ballad of Gay Tony. Well, it wasn't a mission, it was just a parachuting activity where you just parachute from somewhere and then you land on top of a truck. Or it could be a mission where Michael, or maybe Michael and Frank, or Trevor should I say, because this is Franklin skydiving. They're driving away from enemies, of course, or maybe just the police in general. And then Trevor comes in from the plane or helicopter, since he's either took something from the helicopter or plane. He's had to jump off it because he's about to blow it up, and then he just like parachutes and just jumps straight into like a convertible car. That'll be really awesome. But guys, that's it for today's video. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Those weren't all the screenshots like I said a couple of seconds ago. I mean, there's a load of screenshots. I mean, there's 76 screenshots overall. So there's more screenshots for me to analyze for you guys. So I will do that pretty soon, I guess. But guys, I hope you enjoyed your stay, and if you are a GTA fan, feel free to go head over to my channel, because I do a load of Grand Theft Auto 5 ideas, information, news, etc, etc. So my channel is packed full of ideas. If you do enjoy any of that, feel free to subscribe as well, be really appreciated. But once again guys, hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to leave a rating down below, and what would you like to see in Grand Theft Auto 5? Leave your comments in the comment sections below. But guys, until next video, adios amigos.